Hey, hey guys, it is me again. As you can see, just had to click the bubble. Tell me, of course, I didn't have any audio, but of course we know that I do. I think what it is, that thing that expects you to be talking the very nanosecond that it comes on, and if you're not, it pops up there. But I don't want to act like a fool and sit here and be jabbering for 5 minutes before the thing comes on. Anyway, let's get on to business tonight, guys. Today is Saturday, April 2nd. Makes it day 92 on a Project Serve Him More, or 92nd day of the year, either which way you want to look at it. So it is so good to have you guys here tonight. I'm glad everybody's watching this. I'm trying to get this in a little earlier, guys. For several reasons I'm doing that. You know, I've got a lot to do on Saturday night. I've got to get my sermon ready for tomorrow. That's one reason. Another reason is, guys, I'm trying to get to the comments tonight. I don't know if we'll be able to or not. And I hope this is a kind of good excuse. I mean, I know I just keep giving excuses and giving excuses, but kind of wanted to bring this up. Wanted to ask you guys just to pray anyway about this. I guess it was about, I don't know, 8:30 or 9 o'clock. A matter of fact, I was sitting here getting ready to start answering comments and things, you know, having my YouTube pulled up. And the phone rings, and I noticed it was from my aunt's house. I didn't think nothing of it. Most of the time when somebody from there's calling, you know, they're talking to Mom. Well, Mom come in here and hollered at me and told me that it was my cousin that wanted to talk to me. So I got the phone, and he said, I wanted to talk to you. He said, I didn't want to scare your mom or nothing. His mom, which is my aunt, the one it rung up from, they keep a scanner, a police scanner, and they listen to it all the time. I mean, we've got one, but we don't hardly ever have it on. They listen to it all the time. Well, anyway, he said that Mom was listening to the scanner, and there was from what I understand, the cops pulled a car over about a half a mile from my house here. It's at a gas station. Probably less than a half a mile. From you guys that have seen my motorcycle vlogs, and you've seen me pull out of my house and turn right and go like, you know, I go up the hill and then back down the other side, and where it kind of flattens out. And if you want to go back and watch one of my old vlogs, you can see it. You know, as soon as you get back down at the bottom of the hill, there's a Wendy's on the left and an Ace of Hardware on the right. Well, anyway, right before you get to that Wendy's, there's a Shell or Marathon. I don't know what brand it is right now, but anyway, it's a gas station. Anyway, they pulled a car over with Alabama tags or something. And anyway, I still don't know the details, but anyway, they had a shootout. They ended up shooting at the guy, shot the windows out of the car. The cops did, and somehow this guy escaped on foot. And so anyway, that's what my cousin was calling to tell me, you know, that this guy had escaped, and, you know, he must have done something pretty bad or been armed or something. I mean, you know, for them to be shooting at him. So, you know, he just wanted to kind of call and warn me, you know, to kind of be keeping an eye on everything. And so I said, okay. So I, of course, went and made sure all the doors were locked and that kind of deal. Loaded my Glock up and stuck it in my pocket. Actually, I already had my AR loaded, but put one in the chamber on it, put it on safe, you know, because you never know. And then a few minutes later, he actually called back and said they just gave on the scanner that he was seen on a street that is actually between this gas station and my house. It's coming this way. That's what he called to tell me. He said they've actually seen him, and he's, you know, they've not caught him yet, but somebody I think called in, you know, a person did. Seen him, I guess, outside their house or whatever, and he was heading this way. So that's what he called to tell me. He said, Lord, he said, you watch out and be careful down there. He said, you know, they'll probably catch him before he gets, you know, out to your house. He said, but you never know. So anyway, guys, I've been sitting here since then, listening for every little noise, you know, sitting here with a gun in my lap, kind of making laps through the house, watching and looking, you know, kind of trying to make sure everything was on the up and up, you know, making sure this guy wasn't here. So, and I still have not heard anything. Nobody's called me back. I don't know if they've called him. I'm guessing they have. But now we seen the cops going back and forth. Well, not really back and forth. We seen a few going that way. But I just wanted to mention that, and so I may get to comments tonight because you know where I'm doing this still getting it in pretty early, but I may not. So if I don't, guys, I promise you. I don't know if this is before, but I promise you I'll get them tomorrow. I was going to do them this evening. Like I said, I was getting ready to start when all this deal started. So, and you all just pray about that. I mean, you know, pray that this guy, like I said, I don't know who he is, what he's tried to do. Just pray, you know, that he don't, if he is still out there on the loose, pray that he don't hurt nobody tonight or nothing like that, you know, break into nobody and hurt them or anything. So, I just wanted to mention that. I'm going to try to get this done as quick as I can. Same old stuff, guys. I'm going to try to get you a shooting vid or some kind of vid as soon as I can. As soon as the weather warms up enough, I'm going to try to get you a garage vid. You know, me showing you working on some cars. So, and I'm going to try to get you a shooting vid maybe with a Springfield, which I've actually got 2 guns now that I've not showed shooting, the Springfield and the Colt. I did go today and pay some down on the SIG 1911, and I'm telling you guys, you talk about a sweet gun. It's probably the best looking 1911 I've ever seen, in my opinion, and it's the slickest. You know, it didn't have a magazine in it. I just cocked the hammer back. That way the slide's easy to rack, and just, you know, rack the slide on it. And I thought there was no gun out there slicker than a Kimber as far as that went. I believe this SIG is actually slicker than the Kimber. I mean, it's just, you talk about one more piece of gun art, I guess you would say. I was looking for the words. It's a masterpiece. So hopefully within, I don't know, I wasn't able to pay as much down on it as I wanted to. I paid about, I don't know, a little over a quarter down on it, a little over 25% probably. I was wanting to pay like half, but I just don't have, you know, I could have done it, but, you know, then I wouldn't have the money to meet my obligations that I'm going to have to meet this upcoming week. So, you know, it just, when I get it, guys. You guys will see it. But anyway, let's get, I didn't want to jibber jabber this long, guys, but, you know, I kind of wanted to tell you about our little bit of excitement we've had there this evening, our cops and robbers deal. And like I said, guys, keep praying about that. Like I mean, I don't mean to take light of it, but I mean, the guy could be looking through that window right now at me. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they've called him. I don't even know what he done. I just know they had a shootout. I mean, I don't even know if he shot back. I know the cops shot at him. You know, usually for the cops to shoot at you, you've got to, well, I say usually. Around here, it's untelling, but anyway, he must have either been done something bad, shot at him, or they thought he was capable of doing something bad anyway. But just pray about that, guys. Just pray that everybody stays safe. But let's get to the important part tonight. I'm going to try to keep this video around 10 minutes. We're going to continue in Luke chapter 5, starting in verse 12, so here we go. And it came to pass, when he was in a certain city, behold, a man full of leprosy, who seeing Jesus fell on his face, and besought him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou can make me clean. And he put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leprosy departed from him. And he charged him to tell no man, but go and show thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing, according as Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. But so much the more went there a fame abroad of him, and great multitudes came together to hear and to be healed by him of their infirmities. Jesus is, you know, his reputation was really getting out there. And he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee, and Judea, and Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with a palsy, and they sought means to bring him and to lay him before him. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling with his couch in the midst before Jesus. And when he saw their faith, he said unto them, Man, thy sins are forgiven thee. And the scribes and the Pharisees began to reason, saying, Who is this which speaketh blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone? But when Jesus perceived their thoughts, he answered, saying unto them. See, he says Jesus perceived their thoughts. They hadn't even said anything yet. I love that. What reason ye in your hearts? Whether it is easier to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Rise up and walk? Well, guys, looks like it's where we're going to stop this evening. If I go any further, it's kind of going to cut the verse to where it's not going to make sense. But anyway, guys, as usual, like I said, thanks for being here. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I guess it'll just have to be. I'm not going to do a redo. So anyway, guys, hey, if you watch this video and you've not commented to me in a while, comment. Let me know you're there. I mean, there's so many people, that I've not heard from in a while, and it's probably my fault for not answering comments and everything, but there's so many people that used to comment regularly, and I don't know if these people are still there. I've not heard from you, that kind of deal. So, you don't have to on this video, just in the next few days, just kind of let me know you're there. But anyway, guys, continue to pray for me. Pray for my church. Tomorrow's Sunday, tomorrow's church day. Most of you will probably see this Sunday, so pray for me. Pray for my business. Had a good week this week. Let's just pray that continues. And pray for my family. And if you guys need anything, let me know. Good Lord willing, I will be back here tomorrow night. So till I see you guys again, good night and God bless.